Creating that experience is a major part of the whole Spirit House restaurant. It's food, it's wine, but it's also that you're in a setting unlike anything else on the Sunshine Coast. One of the biggest problems for the Spirit House is while the business side's growing and the restaurant's growing and our capacity's growing, the kitchen and our bar really never caught up with that. It was always, we were just adding and patching pieces and pieces to try to keep up with the growth. Our relationship with Hillers goes back probably 15, 20 years from when we started. And after this break-in event, the relationship grew immensely once we realised that Hillers were on our side, that they were here to help us create a venue that could take us 20 years into the future from now.
Initially, when we were called by Ackland, our job was to come up with a redesign of the kitchen to get them back up on their feet and source the equipment as quickly as possible.
I think for us at Spirit House, when Lorcan arrived on the scene, he suggested to us, well, the restaurant had been here 20 years, the equipment was old, now was the opportunity to get this right. And then because Hillers has this in-house design team, then he could liaise with them as well and spec up basically a kitchen that suited Spirit House with equipment that suited Spirit House and the sort of food we did. One of the must-haves was a cooler kitchen. When Lorcan came in and spec'd the refrigeration cabinetry, he was suggesting let's take all the compressors and all the engine, all the heat generating sources, get it outside. For a company like Hillers, they can bring in that wealth of knowledge to us, so we're not making the same mistakes as probably other places. And I think that for us was a major relief, so we had a lot of aha moments as we went along.
To help reduce the heat load in the kitchen, we also specified in an engineered exhaust hood. This allowed Ackland to put in a full ducted aircon system in the bar and the kitchen.
The design process really evolved organically, starting off with working within the existing confines of the building. And then as more consultants and engineers were involved, they established that the existing building couldn't actually be utilised. So then our scope then grew from fitting in this food and beverage service design within the existing confines to a new building, essentially. The kitchen being so service heavy, the building designers used the footprint of our kitchen to develop the building.
Fitting out a commercial kitchen is unique in construction, and it was important to relay that information to the builder and their contractors.
Given kitchens are designed to the millimetre, there is no room for margin, especially in such a compact area. We were able to converse a lot with the head chef and the bar management team to ensure the processes that we were designing into the kitchen would specifically meet the needs. Even just to the small details of reaching points and where the chef would be standing, what tools he would utilise. It's really unique to be able to see the level of service that they were able to offer, to then be able to help them with the tools that they needed and the correct flow path to then ease that service flow.
Once the design works were complete, I think it was important to give our expertise in the back of house hospitality space to a builder that could just focus on their core job, which was to build the structure. Time was critical for the entire project. The level of detail in the design from our team really short circuits the time needed on site. The Spirit House have bookings all year round. They needed to get up and running really quickly. We called on all our contractors and suppliers to go the extra yard to make sure that our end of the bargain was upheld.
We realised that Hillers had so much more that they could bring to bear to help us get out of the hole that we were in. The amount of stress that it took off me knowing that I had someone sitting there thinking about what was right for us. So it was never about price. It's now about, hey, we want you guys to succeed. It's been funny. It's gone from client-supplier to more of a relationship in the success of the Spirit House.